up, everyone? It is your girl GLBeauty87 here, aka Grace Honey, and today it's time for another 5 brands to dupe themselves. So I'm actually wearing one of the 5 brands to dupe themselves on my face right now, but we're gonna get into the other ones. We'll end on that one last, but I feel like you should know what the last one is just because it's a newer release from the brand. But anyway, let's get into it. So first we have Mother, of course, Mother Pack McGrath. I love Mother, but like it's too much of a repeatedness going on. So we have Venetian Sunrise and Bronze Ecstasy. So of course y'all know Mother love her browns, so you mean she gonna come out with 5 million different versions of browns. Now one I will say is a little bit more, I feel like, warm toned, and one I feel like is a little more neutral tone. But at the end of the day, browns is browns, 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 browns. That she loves to come out with a damn brown. So here is the 2 browns. This has a more warm tone gold in it, where I feel like the golds in here came to pull a little more like neutral and cool, if you will. But that's honestly the only difference in these 2. That's the only difference I'm seeing. Like this is more neutrally cool toned, and this one's more like warm tone. But you know, this is the quad that came out with the Divine Bronze, which she came out with the bronzers finally, and this is the cool tone one that came out with the holiday collection recently. That's actually on sale right now at Sephora for 25 bucks. So if you want to snag up a McGrath palette for 25 bucks, it's definitely a steal for you there. But this is the first set of dupes from Mother. Oh, of course it's Mother, so that's more. There's more. The next 2 we have are these 2. So we have the Eternal Eden Quad. I remember when my girl Dr. Ash and her makeup used to use this as a blush palette before Pat McGrath came out with blush. And then we have the Nude Allure palette. These are the first, what do you call them, quints that she came out with. And I feel like both the colors in here are pretty similar. I feel like this one runs a tad bit more pinky than this one does, but this has a lot of pink shimmers in it, just like this has a lot of pink shimmers in it. It just has this one neutral brown. I feel like if I covered up the neutral brown, it would just be like a shimmery version of this palette. Matter of fact, let me see what I'm saying. Like I feel like this is just would be an all shimmer version of this palette, since I covered up the neutral brown. You see how similar both those tones are. I was like, Mother, we don't need all that. Like, why does she keep doing this? I don't understand. I mean, I do understand because people keep buying it. So since we keep buying it, or else I wouldn't be able to sit here to show it to you, then you know, I can't really say too much, can I? Next one I have is Unearthly Cosmetics. So I have the Weirdos palette and then the Fall Magic, the remastered Fall Magic palette. I feel like both these color stories are quite similar. Now I'm not saying they're exact, but I feel like they're similar enough to where they could go in this video. Because see what I'm saying? Like you get what, both the pink, and this is more pink and red, and this is more like pink and purple, and then you get more of like the warm tones with the greens, and this is like the cool tones with the greens instead. But it's giving the same color story vibe. Like, see, pink, and then green, or sorry, green, as you see. So you see the greens right there, and then I turn it around. Sorry, I'm moving on the stroke bus, y'all. And you see the pinks right there. So I feel like this is just another version of this palette, and this is the more warm tone version of it, and this is the more cool tone version of it. But yeah, I feel like both of these are giving similar color stories. So I guess if you didn't get a chance to get your hands on the Weirdos one, then this might be a good alternative for you. It does have the names of some of the other shades in the original Fall Magic palette, but I gave y'all a video showing and comparing this with the original Fall Magic, and I personally like the original Fall Magic better, but this could be a good alternative for someone who wanted the Weirdos palette, who didn't get a chance to get their hands on it, and then didn't get a chance to get their hands on it once it relaunched. So either way, I feel like both of them are dupes. Matter of fact, let's swatch some of the shades and see how close they are dupes in some of these palettes, because I feel like sometimes I say that and then you be like, yeah, but you know, the undertones might be different or whatever. So I'm like, let me just swatch a couple from each palette so you'll see what I'm talking about, girl, because I'm telling you, I feel like it's just giving too much similarity, and I'm not feeling like. I'm gonna start with these 2 deep browns. So I'm gonna take the chocolate brown out of the quad that came out with the bronzer collection, and I'm gonna take the chocolate brown out of the Bronze Divinity palette to see if there's a difference. I feel like the one in the Bronze Divinity is one of them more that satin cream to like powder type finish that Natasha Denona does, that Mother started putting in her palettes. But yeah, so this is the one from the bronze, this is our Divine Bronze quad, and then this is the one for the Bronze Allure, no, Bronze Ecstasy palette. So as you can see, they look pretty similar. I didn't do the shimmers because I felt like, you know, you'd be more interested in, well, I guess I do the gold shimmers as well because y'all know Mother loves to do gold. So let's see if this gold is different from another gold, since she loves to put 5 million golds in a palette. So I feel like this one is more on the shimmery, like glittery topper-esque gold, as opposed to like traditional, just, you know, a shimmer gold, which I find kind of interesting because, you know, she doesn't usually do the iridescence type gold thing. And then I'm taking the metallic bronze ecstasy palette shade. So these, I feel like you can see a difference in, because this one is definitely a brighter shimmery gold, and this is more of like a deep metallic bronze gold. But those brown shades, I feel like I didn't see a difference in them at all. You can comment down below and tell me if you saw a difference, but I felt like I didn't see any sort of difference in them whatsoever, honey. I was just like, where's the difference for the price? Because you could get the bronze divinity one. I mean, I guess because you got the gold sparkly shade from the bronze, sorry, the divine bronze quad, that's supposed to be the difference. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't really see too much of a difference. I think this time we'll do some shimmers, because the shimmers are what really egged me on in this palette. So I'm taking the Eternal Eden quad. I'm taking that deep pink shimmer at the bottom. That's one of my favorites in this palette. And then I'm taking the deep pink and the Nude Allure to put alongside and see if there's a difference. I feel like the one in Nude Allure is a little bit deeper, in my personal opinion. Like, so this is the one from the Eternal Eden quad, and this is the one from Nude Allure. See, I feel like the one from Nude Allure is a little bit deeper, but I feel like it has to be built up a little bit more. Whereas I feel like the one from Eternal Eden, the quad, was more opaque, if you will. So that's the only difference I'm really seeing in those two. But again, I feel like they look quite similar. And now, let me see, what should we take out of the Fall Magic? Because the green isn't as deep as that green. Maybe we should do like the pinks. Yeah, I want to do some pinks. So I'm taking He's Sorry from the Weirdos palette, which seems to be a more like a powdery, like, I guess white based pink, whereas the other one just seems like it's a more warm tone type pink. So that pink isn't the same, but I feel like the shimmers are gonna be what gives it to us. And maybe I'll put the red next to it too, so we can see the difference between this red and this pink. Okay, so we got the Unearthly's Weirdos palette. This is the pink from the Weirdos, this is the pink from the Remastered Fall Magic, and then this is the red from the Weirdos. So I feel like maybe if you combine that pink and that red, you could get a similar color to what's going on with there. I don't know. We're not gonna test that theory today, girl. I just want y'all to see how I feel like some of the tones are similar too, because sometimes I feel like just showing them isn't necessarily enough. Like, you show people swatches so they can be like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from now. Like, yeah, you see it? You see it? Okay. So I'm gonna take, let me see. I'm trying to figure out which shimmer to take. So I'm flying from the, what do you call it, palette? The Weirdos palette. And then I'm taking, let me see, should I start with this one? And then I'm taking Enchanting. So Enchanting looks a little more icy than it did when you initially take it. So I'm taking, see, Autumn looks like it's similar in tone to I'm Flying in my personal opinion, but that's just me. So this is I'm Flying, this is Enchanting, this is Autumn, and then I guess I'll just swatch Change since I swatched it anyway. And this is Change right here. So here are all of the shades. And there's like a lot more pink tone shimmers in, what do you call it, Fall Magic Remastered than there is in the Weirdos palette. Because they had to put an even amount of each one to kind of make the color stories unique. But that one I feel like is actually better than the Weirdos when it comes to like shimmers and stuff, because I feel like you get more shimmers for your buck, whereas you're not getting as many multi-chromes in there as you would when it comes to the Weirdos palette. So you get more multi-chromes and stuff in the Fall Magic than in the Weirdos. But if it comes to just wanting the Fall Magic, I'd rather have the original Fall Magic than the new one. But the new one is a good alternative for the weirdos, which is what this video is supposed to be about. So let's get into the last one now, which is on my eyes. Like I said, I feel like you should be able to guess what it is. So of course it is the My Dream palette and the My Mini Dream palette. So both of these are obviously quite similar in tone. She showed in the preview video where she put one of the shades out of here and put it in here, so we know for a fact at least one of these is similar. I don't know if I necessarily need to swatch both of these though, just because I feel like, you know, is it really necessary? But I guess I will. I'm here, you here, everybody's here. So I took the darkest shade out of the original one, so I'm gonna do the original one and then the mini. So this is the original palette and this is the mini palette. I feel like the one in the mini is actually a little bit deeper than the one in the original. But when I swatched them, they looked opposite. So that's interesting. But on my fingers, I feel like they look the same. Don't you? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let me see. Is there anything else I feel like looks similar? I feel like Serenity is going to be deeper than the shimmers in here. But I'm going to swatch it anyway because I'm here again. You're here. We're all here. So I'm taking Serenity from the original palette and swatching it. Then I'm going to take the deepest shimmer in the new palette and swatch it. So this is Serenity from the original My Dream palette, and then this is the new shimmer from My Dream palette, the deepest one in there. And as you can see, it's a little bit lighter and icier, even though it still has like a taupey-ish finish to it like that one. The lightest shimmer in here doesn't have a similarity to, and then like the neutrals in here, neutrals in the new one are lighter than the neutrals in the original. Although I feel like this shade is the one that they took out and compared and added to the new palette. So let me see real quick. So this is the shade Nurture. I'm gonna swatch it and then I'll swatch. So this is Nurture right here, and then this is the new one. I feel like they both look similar, but that's just me. So that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.